Working Interferences is intended for mature audiences. Since the hosts never grew up, someone needs to be the adult. Welcome to Working Interferences with Josh and Lance, the dental advice podcast for the average dentist. Here is Josh and Lance.
Rez, what is up? Welcome to the Working Interview. Jesus. You're going to leave that in, or do you want me to do it again?
Yeah, leave it in.
Rez, what is up? Welcome to the Working Interferences podcast, a dental advice show. I am Joshua Austin.
And this is CNN.
I didn't think I had to read it anymore, but apparently I do.
It's a gift.
Who are you, by the way?
I am Lance Timmerman.
If you don't know that by 180-something episodes now, it's like,
yeah,
go back a week. I'm all flustered and frazzled, Lance, because I'm a big star now. I don't know if you've heard.
Oh, yeah? That's nice. Good for you.
I'm on the cover of a magazine. Ooh. Again. I'm sending it to you in your text message right now. I'm on the, Andrew and I and Graham and Fig are on the cover of Shavano Living Magazine for June 2021 there.
Look at that. Okay.
Says meet the Austin family. We live in Shavano Park, which is basically a neighborhood of San Antonio, but it's its own municipality. It has its own mayor, and it doesn't have city council. It has aldermen, which I've never really fully understood what that is. So anyway,
yeah, I had a new patient this week from San Antonio. I'm like, oh hey, and I talked about where you're from. He goes, oh, that's a nice area of town. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, somewhat. It's good. I mean, it's like, you know, it's pain in the ass cops, right? So that's how you know, like they have very few problems. Is that the biggest deal is that cops will pull you over for going 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. So
that's kind of like over at Clyde Hill, over where Bill Gates lives. It's just known that, don't drive over the speed limit and don't be black.
Yeah.
So.
Should I leave that in? Never change, little municipalities. Never change. Yeah, so I had. This is it's a magazine that kind of serves my demographic, and everyone in the neighborhood reads this damn magazine. It's kind of crazy, like the amount it doesn't get thrown away; it gets like read. And so I started advertising in it. Several months ago. And just a half-page ad with the before and after of a slam and veneer case, and because there's a couple other dentists, one of which that I know that advertises in it, but no one puts a picture of any dentistry in there. It's like, what the fuck are you guys afraid of?
Really?
Show some of your fucking work, you know? So I was like, I'm going to show my work. So I showed a pretty slam and veneer case, and started advertising, and so. The lady who's the editor was like, "Oh, why don't we? We'll put you and your family on the cover." And normally it's like people with kids, so it's like a husband and wife and two kids. It's like the nuclear family. I was like, "Well, I don't have kids," and she's like, "That's fine. You don't have to have kids to be on the cover." I was like, "All right." I've literally never seen one that didn't have children in it. So we did the photo shoot, and then they ask you to write an article. Well, all right, that's not exactly how it goes. There's an article in the magazine about you.
Oh,
but typically they write it, and they do like some Mad Lib shit where they like send you this form and you fill in the form, and then they write it like based on how you filled in the form. So,
all right.
I did all of that, and she sent me like the copy inside her. I don't know if you know this, Lance, but I'm a professional writer. I don't know if you I have a little insight in the publishing biz. She sent me the copy. Nice. And I read it. It was fucking terrible. It was so bad. And so I was like, I do a little writing professionally, like a self-satisfied snort at the end. I do a little professional writing. Why don't you let me take a stab at it? And so I write something that I thought was as much as it can be about you and be interesting, I think I did a fairly good job. And she immediately emails back. She's like, yeah, that's not really the flavor of the article, I think was her exact word. She's like, we really prefer it to be in first person. which is just like, that's how a third grader writes.
Yeah.
I went to the store. I did this. I did that. Like, that's how a third grader writes. Like, it's a very rudimentary writing style, and no one writes in first person. It just doesn't, you just don't write anything in first person. It just doesn't sound great. I mean, you may write some parts of it may be first person, but you're alluding to other things, and there's just, there's a lot kind of more that goes into it. And she's like, no, just simple first person. So I had to rewrite it again in simple first person, and like, I'll just the opening. This is the opening line. And keep in mind, like, I was texting with Mike about it today because I finished my column for the month today, and I was particularly impressed with my opening paragraph, and sent it to Mike to be like, this is how you write about a product you don't want to write about. And it's like talking about movies for 250 words. Okay. So this is the opening of the article. This is Meet Your Neighbors, the Austin family. My family moved to San Antonio from Amarillo in 1983 before I started elementary school. That's the first fucking sentence of the article. And it just continues on like that for like 500 words. I know a little bit about how to do this, lady. Like, let me do my thing. Let me do my thing here. And no, not at all. We're going to shoehorn you into this first person writing style that just no one writes anything in unless you're in the third grade. So I'm going to send you a picture of that. I know this is an audio medium, and I'm like, so far it's been me just sending you pictures, but it turned out good. It was nice. It was basically a free photo shoot, which is cool. And then it ended up like I ended up ordering a couple of prints like for Mother's Day gifts for the moms.
That looks nice.
Yeah, it turned out good.
Yeah,
it turned out good. So. That's not like my favorite. Like to write in first person about myself, like I'm in the third grade, is not my favorite thing in the world. But
I'm sure that was fairly awkward, but you powered through. Good for you.
I got a new patient. It hit mailboxes yesterday, everywhere except my house. We did not get one at my house.
Okay.
I got about 6 texts from people who got it, and they were saying whatever, and then we didn't get one at my house.
Wow.
So par
That's
for the
perfect.
course. But I got a new patient from it today already.
Hey, it's already paid off.
Yeah. So should be good. So first person. I'm surprised that anybody would want to come to me after reading this first person dribble. But,
well, maybe they're kind of special, and you spoke their language.
I guess. I mean, she was just like, it's just this is a family magazine.
Yeah.
Which means like my deep cut like writer shit opening just wasn't going to
no,
my references to the band Fugazi didn't really
that would
fancy,
be
I guess.
probably a tickle something.
So if you want an autographed copy, you can go to our website. Those are $75. I have them up. I'll have Graham and Fig autograph them as well. So it's not just me; it's the whole family. It's a whole set. Litho, we'll litho it. I'll put a number on it. 1 out of 500, and only 500. After that, it's a limited edition.
Sweet.
Suitable for framing. I'll give you a discount code to framebridge.com if you want to submit
nice.
it there. So.
It'll be a collectible, kind of like my Elvis plates and all this stuff from the Franklin Mint.
Was that your wedding china? Your Elvis plates?
That's right.
Did you guys have wedding china?
Yeah, we picked it out, and I'm like, why are we picking this shit? We're
just gonna move it. You're just gonna move it 7 times before you die.
Yeah,
and then your kids are going to throw it away.
We actually have used them though, so
like for a dinner party thing, or just
Thanksgivings and dinner parties.
Okay. I was going to say just like Pizza Hut on a Thursday.
Yeah, it's been really weird. Well, actually, it's been really weird having a smaller place because now when we want to, like, there's no parking where we're at now, and so people have to. There's a park across the street, so people have to like park there and walk, and we're like, oh, this was we didn't plan this out very well, but. Then when we first moved into the apartment, Holly's like, fuck this, we're going to use China every day. So we use our China actually quite a bit for like pizza, like just like you said, for the dumbest things. but we're using it.
So why moving? So the point was, I guess it was just that you didn't have space to have other plates. So it's just like, we're just going to use these for everything. Like, we might as well use them, and we're not going to have other plates, or?
Well, no, it was as we were moving and downsized. We don't entertain like we did when we had the house. We had plenty of space for everything. And then as we were moving, we're like, well, I don't want to put this in storage and have it break. So this is our everyday plates now.
Wow.
So, yeah, we do China all the time.
Does anybody get china that's not at a wedding? Like, can you even buy it on your own if you just wanted a set of china? I don't even know what china is. Is it a type of porcelain? I have no fucking clue. I'm like, this is not my foray.
Well, Marco Polo, when he went on the Silk Trail, I have actually no idea.
I thought you were about to drop some fucking knowledge. I was like, wow, Lance must have just listened to a hardcore history about fucking china plates or something. I don't know.
Yeah. No, not this week.
I was talking to Andrea before we started recording, and I read an article. So this is late breaking news. It's very important to everybody who's going to be listening on Thursday morning. Tuesday night, technically Wednesday morning, there is a super blood moon eclipse that is happening in North America. Have you heard about this?
I saw a meme talking about end of days.
That's how Lance gets his news. It's just a fucking meme. I feel like I'm Jay Leno. You hear about this? You hear about the story? So there's a lunar eclipse on Wednesday morning that will hit. I'm looking at the chart, and the chart has words in it that I have not heard since dental school radiology. Penumbra. Do you remember that word?
No.
We used to have to learn about penumbra. It had something to do with like a shadow on an X-ray, or like it's some kind of object as you change the focal length or something.
Okay.
The penumbra
so it's possible that people aren't even going to hear this episode because the end of days will have happened.
Oh, is this like, are we thinking this is going to end the world?
Well, the meme said so I don't know.
Well, the Mayans in December of 2012. Was that 2012? Yeah, 2012. Yeah. Like, if that didn't do it, I feel like this moon has no chance.
Hold my beer. We'll see.
So in Pacific time, penumbra begins at 1:48 a.m.
Ooh.
The partial begins at 2:45 a.m. Total begins at 4:11 a.m. The greatest eclipse, 4:19 a.m. Total ends 4:26 a.m.
So I got to get up early for this shit.
Yeah, so in San Antonio in Central Time, total begins at 6:11 a.m. Greatest eclipse 6:19 a.m. After that, the sun or the moon sets, and so we won't be able to see it. So, actually, my alarm usually goes off at 6 a.m. So I'm gonna get up and go see it. But it's been raining every morning so it's probably gonna be cloudy where I won't be able to see it.
Yeah, as I say, we're gonna have a cloud cover anyway, so why bother?
Yeah, so you gotta hit that penumbra while you're at it. Central is the best, actually. Central or Mountain is probably the best time zone to see anything in this side of the world. Look, New Zealand's got some pretty cherry times.
Nice. At
about 11 p.m. Australia Eastern and Western is really the prime time for this bad boy. Because it's like right in 7:19 p.m., 9:19 p.m. So if you're in Australia or New Zealand, you're really crushing it on this moon eclipse. So anyway, I tell Andrew, we're watching a show, and they said something about the moon. I was like, oh shit, and I paused the show. It was like, I before I forget, if we get up and go outside right when the alarm goes off, we can see this lunar eclipse or whatever. She's like,
is that the kind of thing that we have to avert our gaze, or can you stare right at it?
I think you can. That's the nice thing about a lunar eclipse is you can look at it.
Okay.
Versus a solar eclipse, where it's like, unless you're Donald Trump, who just fucking stared right at the thing. Jesus Christ. That was early, too. We should have known.
Yeah,
should have known that maybe when the global pandemic comes down the pike, I'd be all like ready to handle it.
Maybe that's a sign.
She immediately thought I was trying to prank her.
Oh.
And then the alarm was gonna go off at 6, and it was just gonna like me mooning her like with my bare ass out there. And she's like, if you just have your bare ass out at 6:19 a.m., I'm going to punch you in the ass.
Can you do both?
I mean, we can go in the backyard, so there's no reason why I couldn't do that. But
see, yeah.
I just That's too much fucking work for me to like set the table 12 hours beforehand of like this prank that I'm going to pull fucking first thing in the morning. Like that's not, that's, you know, that's, you're giving me too much credit. If you're thinking that I'm like laying plans for this fucking prank that I'm going to pull in 12 hours right when I wake up, like that's going to be, that's, you're really thinking a lot of like what my mental load is, what I can accomplish. Right. Like I just don't, you're overestimating by a long way. You're overestimating by a long way.
All right.
This is an advice show. You get up around 4:19 anyway, right? You get up early.
Now that I moved closer, I'm
you don't get up that
in.
early anymore. Oh,
yeah, okay. It's weird. Some psychological thing. I don't know. Should see a doctor.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm sure there's going to be some fucking pictures you can look at and be like, hey, there it is. There's the fucking moon. Yeah. There's the moon.
Oh, look.
I can't see the moon.
A new meme.
I can see the moon. We answer your questions. We answer questions we find on all those neat little dental Facebook groups. We answer questions from Reddit. We strive to help dentists and dental team members their own unique brand new advice. So please, we need your questions. They're the sustenance we crave. You can submit your questions to workinginterferences@gmail.com. And we don't want just any question, do we, Lance?
Oh, fuck no. We
don't want a bunch of boring questions like, what's the best prank to pull on your wife? Because we all know that phony lunar eclipse leading to a morning mooning is the best prank ever. We want the questions that Gordon Christensen cannot answer. Big time question here, Lance. Big time.
All right.
Has Gordon ever mooned anyone? Anyone?
It's not likely, but maybe on his mission, and he was just feeling just all funny. I don't know. I doubt it.
Maybe like as a kid, you know, like I don't know. I'm sure he's got brothers, right? I don't know, but I'm sure he does.
Probably.
How could he not?
I mean, 9 at least.
That seems like something like a 9-year-old, 10-year-old, 11-year-old Gordon may have done.
Yeah.
I don't know what fucking year would that have been? 1864? Like when?
It was
when the
right
fuck
about
was that?
The Emancipation Proclamation is same time as his mooning his younger brother.
So he was probably born in what? 1940? You think? You think he's 80 now?
Probably. Maybe not quite. Maybe 75. So 45. I don't know.
It's definitely post World War II, right? Or World War II adjacent, being born. So it means he's growing up like in the 50s.
Franco-Prussian War. I don't know.
Is there Wilhelm involved? I just feel like if he was growing up in the 50s, it kind of seems like sort of fun 50s shit to moon your brothers. I'm definitely not past the age of 16, I would say.
Probably not.
There's no way adult Gordon has mooned anybody but his fucking colorectal surgeon. That's pretty much it. We have a listener question today from the Mijo, Anthony Gonzalez from Corpus Christi, Texas. Patient Snail Mail is the title of this question. Dearest Josh and Lance, how do we respond to a patient review, which is actually a chain snail mail letter sent to me mistakenly that's for a congressman that is in hot water with a very right-wing boomer? Should I send a peace offering? Snark. What's this white stuff on my fingers? Sincerely, Anthony Gonzalez. And he included a picture of the letter that he got. And this letter is written in cursive. So I'm going to try my best here, Lance. Gordon could fucking motor through this in no hard time, but I get to like, you know, cursive is like, you remember that scene in Billy Madison where he tries to write risotto and he just doesn't know how to write the Z's in cursive? That's fucking me. I haven't written in cursive in 25 years. And
my kids never learned, so it's totally
they don't even teach it anymore now?
No, at all. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's great. However,
it's become a dead language.
Yeah. It's Latin and cursive.
You
could communicate. You and Holly could fucking exchange like Christmas lists, and so like write what you got the girls for Christmas, and they would not even know because it was written in
we
cursive.
were at a restaurant and they had the chalkboard menu thing, and it was all in cursive. And my daughter looks at me, she goes,
lost.
What's this?" So I had to read it to her.
That's how I feel here. So bear with me, Lance.
Okay, all right.
It's not that I'm dumb.
Well,
it's that I'm pretty dumb, and
Okay.
I'm 42, so cursive is not like a native language. For almost a year, we watched BLM and Antifa burn down our cities, destroy businesses, loot, intimidate innocent citizens, destroy historical monuments, and even murder people. Yet there was no congressional committee to investigate. You rhinos said we said and did nothing. Yet you joined in with the demon rats. It's really good. To have a committee investigate January 6th insurrection, in quotation marks. That's how you know it's
sarcasm.
Yeah. When you know, underlined, it was all planned in advance and orchestrated. Antifa infiltrated and instigated it. The purpose is to frame and smear President Trump and intimidate into silence us Trump supporters. It won't work. In fact, it emboldens me to speak out more. What a nasty, dirty, deceitful, wicked, traitorous
thing.
Is that what that word is?
Uh-huh.
You psychopath rhinos have done to people that voted you into office? Or did you cheat and pay Dominion voting systems like you all cheated and installed fraudulent, illegitimate Biden and Harris into office? You and the demos are insurrectionists. You rhinos... Is he a dino or a rhino? What, is demo or a rhino? You rhinos are part of the governmental organized crime syndicate. Nothing but a corrupt, lying, cheating mafia who only care about your seat in government, power, and money. You need to start looking for another job. Your political career is over. Sincerely, and I can't read her name, but it is on...
Shelley Bayless?
Yeah, it is on her, on the envelope, and a little sticker.
Uh-huh.
Shelley Bayless. So shouts to Shelley Bayless of...
Tallahassee. Well,
Does it say
it says Crawfordsville, but
Crawfordsville.
The stamp on was marked out with the Tallahassee thing. Yeah.
So I guess it just happens that there's a congressman who happens to share a name with Mijo, Anthony Gonzalez. Let me look this guy up. And see.
I mean, I would assume if she's in Florida, why wouldn't she send something to a congressman in Florida?
Yeah, I don't know. He's not... Okay, so Anthony E. Gonzalez is an American politician and former American football wide receiver. I got to know more about this.
Huh.
Oh, he's not... No, this is a different Anthony Gonzalez.
Okay.
This fucking guy played in the NFL, my friend. He played for the Colts from 2007 to 2011, and the Patriots in 2012. So he played with fucking Tom Brady and
Andrew Luck?
No, and the motherfucking Peyton Manning.
Is that the Manning era? Okay.
Let's see. There has to be another America. Okay, so I don't know if she was. I guess there's two Anthony Gonzalez's. There's Tony Gonzalez, not the tight end from Kansas City, who represents Texas's 23rd district. He was born in 1980. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's see what the Texas 23rd district is. That's West Texas, so it's everything between El Paso and San Antonio, which is honestly a fuckload of nothing. It is a huge
desert?
Yeah, it's a huge district. It looks like it does have some parts of San Antonio. It's pretty gerrymandered. It wraps around. It looks like it wraps around close to my office, actually, so he might actually be my representative.
Oh.
It's hard to say. He did call me today, actually, Anthony Gonzalez, not Mijo, the congressman. But like a political pre-recorded call. They're having some fucking town hall or something.
Gotcha.
So let's see. Let's see more about this guy here. He went to Chaminade University, which is one of those like schools that you only hear about when the NCAA tournament is on.
All right. Isn't Chaminade in Hawaii?
I
don't know.
Yeah, it's in Honolulu. Jesus, Lance.
All right.
That's insane. Yeah, it's in Hawaii. He then went to Excelsior College.
Ooh.
That is in Albany, New York. So he's all over the place. He was in the United States Navy from 1999 to 2019. He achieved the rank of Master Chief Petty Officer. He was a cryptologic technician, which means he's doing codes and shit like that.
Wow.
It's pretty impressive. He is a Republican. I don't know what's going on lately. It says on May 19th, 2021, Gonzalez was one of 35 Republicans who joined all Democrats in voting to approve legislation to establish a January 6th commission meant to investigate the storming of the Capitol. So that's what precedented this this letter. So it looks like, I guess she just Googled Anthony Gonzalez and figured that fucking Mijo, who's a dentist in Corpus Christi, technically Cal Allen, Texas, which is not even this guy's district, is the same guy.
Gotcha. And what's a rhino?
Rhino is, it's R-I-N-O. It stands for Republican in name only. I've been accused of being a rhino in the past.
Gotcha. I haven't had a meme talking about it. So
you need, so hold on. Someone put together that fucking kid that has like the question look on his face. This is like, y'all are called rhinos? And it's just like, and then now Lance will know what it means.
Gotcha.
He was endorsed by Trump, it says. It says that he was endorsed by Trump, but he took over for a guy named Will Hurd. Yeah, so this guy is actually my congressman, because Will Hurd was my congressman.
Gotcha.
Will Hurd was one of the few Republicans that oftentimes stood up against Trump and would question Trump on shit and would vote the other way and stuff like that. So I find it, maybe that's why Trump endorsed him, because he was different than Will Hurd, but it says that Will Hurd endorsed him as well. So he beat Gina Ortiz Jones in the election, and it was considered an upset. They thought that seat would flip to the Democrats. And then he just immediately went against the Republicans over this, which is fine. I don't see any reason why we can't investigate this thing and see who knew what.
Yeah, exactly.
How would you respond to this, Lance?
Honestly, I'm so fucking lazy. I wouldn't respond at all.
You wouldn't. So Anthony Mijo, Mijo is the dentist.
Okay. All right.
Mijo is definitely more right than me. I don't know about you.
Okay. Don't know.
I don't know if Mijo believes all of this stuff as well. He might. Who knows? But I guess she just printed this off and sent this to every Republican who voted for this.
Okay.
What was it, committee or whatever.
Okay.
I do feel like it's a missed opportunity to maybe market to this woman. I know she's in Florida.
Uh-huh.
I do know she's in Florida. But if we know anything by super Republican people who write cursive letters, handwritten cursive letters, to quote unquote rhinos using the words demon rats instead of Democrats. I mean, we can safely assume, I think, Lance, that she probably needs an all-on-4. I mean, pretty good odds.
There's a really good chance. There's a really good
chance.
That's
like a decent, like Florida woman, handwritten cursive note chastising rhinos. Pretty good chance needs an all-on-4. I mean, it's a coin flip.
There's pretty solid odds there.
And I know that Mijo does a good amount of implant dentistry. I think Mijo should just send her a letter saying, preach You know, I'm keen on that vibe you're laying down. What's her name? Shelly.
Yeah.
I'm keen on your vibe, Shelly. You and I are feeling it. We're feeling each. We're in each other's feelings, and down with these rhinos. Fuck their horns. We grind their horns up to get hard as a rock.
That's right. That's the best use.
And I'm pretty sure you probably need some implants. Why don't you catch an Amtrak or a Greyhound?
Greyhound, yeah.
Or a fucking JetBlue flight, whatever. No, what's the one that I had to take to Frontier? Catch a Frontier for $37 down here to Corpus, and let me get you fixed up down there. Let me get you fixed up. Let me get you.
Do you think that she would think that the congressman was doing the dentistry?
No, he has to pretty much specifically lay it out. I hate that. Do you remember? I say this all the time, and you may not know, you probably have no idea what this is from. Yeah, fuck the sun. I fucking hate it too. Does it ring any bells?
It rings a bell, but I can't place it.
It's one of the Adam Sandler comedy albums, and Adam's trying to get his friend to join a cult with him for a girl.
Oh, that's right.
And, and the cult is against the sun or something like that. He's like, yeah, just come to the fucking meeting and say, fuck the sun. I fucking hate it too. It's no skin off your back if you join this cult. And so Miho should just say, I'm Miho. I'm not a congressman, but fuck the rhinos. I fucking hate them too. I don't know what else. Stop the steal. Was that one of the things?
Yeah, I think so.
What else we got there? Is there any other buzzwords we could use to let her know that he's on her side? Because she certainly would not let a Democrat put an implant in her mouth.
Oh, fuck no.
We can't do that. No. I mean, it could be the fucking which is the Mish brother? Is it Carl?
Yeah.
Is Carl the one that passed away?
Yeah.
The implant god?
Yep.
Carl Mish himself could fucking be resurrected and descend down from the heavens and be like, Shelly, I will place and restore all of your implants. And she'd be like, did you vote for Jimmy Carter? And be like, I did. He's we needed some change. He's a peanut farmer from Atlanta. Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker! And just absolutely just throw some holy water or some shit on Carl Mish, and be gone. And she'd absolutely let some South Dakota, hackneyed whatever place an implant on her as long as he had a fucking Trump sticker on the back of his car. So
you sounded like Ross Perot right there. That was quite the.
Do you vote for Jimmy Carter? Dr. Mish, I'm asking you the important questions. And then just drop in, whatever your little trifold brochure is on implants, and then she'll fly in.
That's right.
You'll do the all-in-4. You can, you can put on the lingual of the acrylic. You can put words and stuff in the acrylic. You can put their name and shit like that. And you put 4 more years on there. Trump 2024. You do all sorts of shit, and you make Shelly happy. Make Shelly happy because she obviously finally gets restored. She gets restored by somebody who probably more closely believes in what she believes than what I do. And you can, commiserate in having the same name as a fucking congressman, which would suck because pretty sure all congressmen fuck kids. I'm pretty sure that happens.
I think that's empirical.
I'm pretty sure they get elected and they just immediately get taken in a room and there's just a bunch of kids and they're just yeah, man, go nuts.
Well,
now you know. Or is that the Senate? That may be the Senate that happens in. Either way, they're all fucking terrible. I don't care if they have an R or a D after their name.
Yeah, they suck. They're
all fucking terrible. They all suck. It's just all a big fucking game. It's all a big game. This guy does not have so Chaminade is a junior college.
Yeah.
It's not great. No offense to people who went to junior college. It's just you're fucking congressman, man. Excelsior, it doesn't. I don't know a lot about it,
Yeah. Yeah.
It was founded in 1971, which isn't like these hallowed halls
Wow. It's going to be their 50th
Excelsior
year.
College.
Yeah.
And then it also says that his education is from American Public University, which I'm pretty sure I've seen commercials for.
Online?
Yeah, like TV
As you're
commercials.
scrolling through on your phone and...
Yeah, or like the TV commercial where they have a fucking RV that delivers you your diploma, which is a weird look.
It's the commercial right after the DeVry.
Yeah, like you're a congressman, bro. Like maybe a state school. You know, like
At least
Texas
a
Tech.
semester.
Yeah,
At least finish
Something.
there.
Southwest Texas State, fucking UTSA for all I care. I don't give a fuck. Sam used to say, like, just like a real fucking college. That's a weird one, man. That's I hate to say it's like obviously like he's a cryptologic technician in the Navy. He was in the Navy for 20 years. A veteran of Iraq War and the war in Afghanistan. So I don't want to like talk too much shit on the guy. It's like, fuck, man. I just need like.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Absolutely. Can you take like, I don't know, fucking history of rock and roll at Baylor, like one fucking semester, just so it goes up like as the top bill on your CV. You don't have to get the degree. Just take one fucking summer class at Baylor or TCU or SMU or it's like just something.
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
It's just unusual.
It's a strange CV for a congressman. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe congressmen are just all like,
I don't know.
you know, it's all over the place. But,
I don't pay attention. I don't know.
He's in a couple of caucuses, which I just love the word.
That's a great word.
He's in the Republican Study Committee, which, all right, that makes
all
sense. Right. He's also in the Problem Solvers Caucus. And just imagine like a bunch of these nerds sitting in a room, and they're like
a tree fort.
Yeah, they're like solving fucking word problems. Like Jill has 4 apples. Joni has 6 apples.
Yeah,
if the national debt is $1.9 trillion, how many apples?
Sitting around reading Encyclopedia Brown books. Yeah, I got it. I won. I figured it out.
The fucking Problem Solvers Caucus. It is a bipartisan group of the United States House of Representatives that includes 56 members, equally divided between Democrats and Republicans. I've never heard of this.
No.
What's funny, though, is it does have the map with like blue dots and red dots like over the districts. And there's only one district that's bigger than Tony Gonzalez's, and that's the entire fucking state of South Dakota. Whoever that is, like their district is just the entire state. That would be Dusty Johnson of South Dakota.
Oh, all right. He played center field for the Phillies?
Did he really?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not. I just know.
Dusty Johnson. No, he sounds like a fucking NASCAR driver. Like he's driving the 37 car.
That's right.
He does not look like a NASCAR driver. He looks like your accountant.
Doesn't look it?
No, he looks like your accountant.
Good. I need a new one anyway.
The fucking Problem Solvers Caucus. The white stuff on your fingers is obviously fucking anthrax. They never caught that guy, did they?
I don't think so. Actually, I quit paying attention. I
don't think they ever caught the anthrax guy.
There was no meme, so I don't know.
We need a meme about whether or not they ever caught the fucking anthrax guy.
It's the only way I get my news.
It's fucking worse than like getting your news off TikTok. I feel like at least on TikTok it'd be like a 30-second segment, and the meme is just like it's not it's not
a static image. At least the other one there's bouncing. Is whatever.
Question 2: Reddit user Beans and That, which is a good name, asks, "How do I stop getting sleep apnea when I wear my retainer? Every time I wear it at night, I've had braces, I magically get sleep apnea. It's really annoying and makes me wake up the next day fatigued and loopy. I notice when I wear it, my tongue almost sticks to the top of the retainer. Can't really consciously do anything about it while nodding off." This fucking retainer is magic.
Do you pay extra for that?
What lab makes these magic retainers?
I know. Is that glitter? Is it come in the glitter with them? Ooh, diet what? cherry Dr. Pepper. You're shotgunning the whole thing?
About half of it.
Wow.
This is a new release, Lance.
Ooh. Mountain Dew
Zero.
Major melons.
Melon. Yeah.
Nice. I like major melons.
This
Big
is
fan.
It's delightful. It's watermelon flavored Mountain Dew, and it has zero sugar in it. And I've been shotgunning these. Like my piss is like watermelon pink. It's rough. Like
your pisses?
Yeah, a nephrologist would not be thrilled with me right now because
Okay.
I literally have had about 6 of these in the past 2 days. And I just drank like 2/3 of it in that one. Like,
Yeah, you were surprised you're not crying. All that carbonation would just be scratching my throat.
no, I'm good. I can handle it.
Wow.
I can handle it.
Wow. That's amazing.
This fucking magic retainer that's just growing sleep apnea.
So I just hate patients that self-diagnose. Like, I get the people saying, yeah, I just need an appliance because I snore. Well, we need to test you for sleep apnea. Oh, I don't have apnea. Well, we don't know that till we test you. Oh, but I know I don't. No, you don't. You don't know shit.
Yeah, you know anything. You know nothing.
And 9 times out of 10, we test them, and you got apnea. Now we're going down this path. So I do give a discount if I'm just making it for snoring, but you got to make sure I have a study proving that there's no apnea. So rarely do I have to do that. So here's a person who's just fine. You don't sleep very well.
I don't know. Maybe Aaron Elliott or you could correct me, or Jeff Rouse could correct me, which he loves to do.
Of course.
There's no chance that someone could be totally healthy without a retainer and put a retainer in and then all of a sudden fucking have an AHI of above 5.
Exactly.
I can't see that happening unless that retainer is a fucking ball gag or something.
Yeah. Which, more power to
Maybe
you.
it is.
Nice. Yeah, I'd be very curious to know what their AHI is without the retainer, and then what it is with the retainer. I could totally see this person just being apneic. Yeah, they're a 12, and with and without the retainer, but they're more symptomatic fatigue.
Yeah, or they're a 13 without the retainer and a 12, or
Exactly.
a 12 without it and a 13 with it.
Asymptomatic at 12, but with it at 13, suddenly now they feel it.
I don't even think it's that. I bet they're just as symptomatic. It's just that in their head, they've blamed the retainer.
Yeah, I bet you their AHI is a 2 or a 3. Go fuck yourself.
What are the things that we know causes apnea? Alcohol.
Alcohol will do it. Excess weight is a contributing factor.
Sure.
So you lose the weight, it might improve your AHI.
Constricted maxilla. Big fat honking tonsils.
Mm-hmm. Ball gags.
And a fucking Invisalign retainer, obviously.
Fuck yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we all know that.
It's science.
I just thought, literally, I wear it at night, I magically get sleep apnea. I don't think it fucking works like that. There's no like fairy princess. There's no what is it? Fairy stepmother? What is that like? Fairy godmother. There's no fairy godmother of sleep apnea. They're just like bippity boppity boo.
But if there was,
it'd be great for all of us because we just you gotta have this fucking appliance. It's the only way you're gonna get past this fucking very very godmother of sleep apnea. I just love how you say I magically get it when I put the retainer in. Like, no, bro, that's not how this fucking works. Like, stop blaming your shit.
Yeah.
He did. My tongue sticks to the top of it. If your tongue is stuck to the top of the retainer, where can your tongue then not be?
Exactly. It's actually probably helping because we want you to be a nasal breather anyway. Stick that tongue far up to the top, the retainer. Get the base of the tongue forward.
This reminds me. Did you say Bob's your uncle? I fucking hate Bob's your uncle. This reminds me of. I fucking forgot what I was going to say now. Oh no! Do you remember that deal that like Glidewell used to sell? I think it was called an Aveo. It's just like a suction cup for your tongue.
Oh, a tongue retaining device. Yeah, a TRD.
And it just like pulls your tongue out of your mouth with like.
It actually works.
That's kind of what this retainer does.
And it would work. Yeah.
Why don't we just start making retainers like fucking tongue pockets in them?
Fuck yeah. We patent that shit.
And then we don't have to have like mandibular advancement appliances where you're like changing the
the occlusion
vertical, and like pulling on, I don't know, the joint tendons, that shit. Pretty ballsy to just say that this retainer fucking magically makes you have. It's just that one impulse that like I just despise, which is somebody else did this to me, right?
Right. Yeah.
This can't have anything to do with my comorbidities. It can't have anything to do with my weight or the extraction orthodontics that I had when I was a kid and collapsed, airway space. Like, can't have anything like that. It's the retainer that magically gives me sleep apnea. Nothing else.
Yeah. I just hate anything where they blame the dentist for anything. Oh, I had that filling, and now I have apnea.
Didn't hurt before you touched it, motherfucker.
Yeah. I took.
Did you vote for Jimmy Carter?
Put a crown on there, and now I gained 200 pounds. Look at me, I'm fat, and it's your fault.
Yeah.
It's probably that brisket that...
all these fucking Whataburger cups in the back of your truck. It sounds to me like he just needs a new retainer. I mean, just
that might
like
be
peace
absurd.
of mind. Like, here's a new retainer. Oh, absolutely. Here's this new one. Here's the Holly. You'll be fine. And I'm sure, this is fucking great.
Wonder what kind of retainer he's got,
It doesn't say. I'd love to know if it's like a clear retainer or... Surprise, surprise, there's no fucking comments on this.
Yeah. I wonder if it is a Holly, just because it's talk about it goes to the roof of his mouth.
I love this. There is a reply from somebody named Shukai who has a prominent badge that says "not a dentist." I've heard of this happening, but with a permanent retainer. Fuck you! No permanent retainer has ever given anybody fucking sleep apnea.
No.
Oh, what a fucking asshole!
I love when it drives me crazy when people say studies prove. Okay, what study? Well, they're there. Okay, show me one. Well,
well, that's the thing is I can find you a study that says anything.
I don't know.
I can find you a study that says that. I don't
know about
like
anything.
Fucking, Donald Trump doesn't have an egg-shaped penis.
Well, I mean, because I posted something earlier today where this girl wants to outlaw Father's Day because it's bad.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then one of her other tweets to follow up, because all men cheat and rape, it's proven that children without dads are 10 times smarter and healthier. Okay, proven where yet?
I did go back and dig into her Twitter. She's not been active on Twitter since 2014, which is a great thing. Fucking amazing.
I wonder if she got murdered after the tweets.
Thank God. Or maybe she just fucking woke up and was like, you should have seen the one about the Father's Day shit was like thousands of tweets at her, just like fucking kill you. Like, not really kill yourself, but like, you don't speak for us. Like, we are, like, you're doing more harm to the feminist cause than you are good, which I totally fucking agree with.
Yeah. Or she got some good dick and realized, it's not all bad.
It's not so bad. I think my comment was like, should we just make it illegal to have a dick? Is that what we want to do?
We're about there. Yeah.
Let me read the rest of this. I've heard of this happening, but with a permanent retainer. First off, no, you haven't. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Of course, there is the gold standard CPAP, but you could also look to address the root cause. I guess you would need to increase oral volume, tongue space, so MSE, maxillary skeletal expansion, which you can't fucking do on an adult, genius, or MMA, maxillomandibular advancement surgery. No one calls it that, at least that I know of.
Only dentists. Not lay people.
Mandibular advancement, BSSO. Yeah. Like, I'd call it BSSO. I had a patient in today, an ENT, who had a BSSO done. Have you had premolar extractions? How is your nasal breathing? Or are you a mouth breather? As you get older, it could become a problem with or without the retainer. Well, that's the first fucking smart thing you've said. So, who is this fucking person that's not a dentist? It's like, I've heard of this happening with a permanent retainer. No, you haven't. You've never heard that. You have never, ever, 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 ever heard that. That's never been fucking claimed once by anybody ever in the history of fucking mankind. A permanent retainer... And oh God, there's a fucking subreddit for upper airway resistance syndrome.
Really?
Oh, 1,500 members on this fucking thing. Yeah, this person's all over UARS.
That's a rabbit hole you don't want to go down.
No, I don't. Waiting. Subreddit of jaw surgery. Fuck. 7.7 thousand members.
Wow.
That's a fucking subreddit I don't want to go into.
No.
Waiting to have MMA done. Thoughts on maxillary expansion as well. Like, you kind of have a limit on that. It's called the cheek.
Uh-huh.
Can't really expand outside of that. And you can't expand the mandible, so doesn't really happen.
I think you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit in here. God, the last thing I want to go on is on a fucking sleep apnea subreddit.
No,
Jesus Christ. No offense to Aaron, but my God. Just can't fucking handle it.
No.
Can't fucking handle it.
There's a season for everything, and that's not this season.
There's not. No, I'm no need. It's not your retainer.
No.
Get it? Your retainer's probably fucking gross. It probably has like black mold growing on it. That's probably just not helping you respiratorily wise. But if your tongue is stuck to your retainer, it's not causing you an obstruction. It's not how obstructions work.
Boom. There it is.
Just stop fucking wearing your retainer if it's that bad.
Yeah.
Every other fucking human stops wearing the retainer about 3 days after they get their ortho off.
Exactly.
And here you are, suffering through this persistent sleep apnea that this retainer's giving you, but you're holding strong. The only fucking compliant retainer person in the world. Here we found him.
Yep.
And wouldn't you believe it that the one person in the world who's compliant on a retainer got a magical sleep apnea causing retainer. Magical. Literally, it says the fucking word magical in it. What are the odds?
I'll just swim.
Do you think you get that magical sleep apnea causing retainer from the same place that Jack gets the magic beans?
Comes with its own cow.
Jesus fucking Christ. I did read something that they said that if you consume any animal product at all, whether that be like food-wise or, I don't know, I guess like fucking petroleum, any jelly, you know,
leather
like any
shoes.
of those, like, yeah, shoes, anything.
Okay.
You're basically like, you're doing more damage to the environment than driving like a F-250 like a dually or something like that.
Huh. Well, fuck the world.
I'm kind of like, listen, man, I can handle an electric car. I can get some fucking panels on my roof. I can't not have barbecue, my friend.
No.
I just can't. Let's see if Beans in that has any other posts. This is in the subreddit of Ireland. This is the most non-Irish tweet of all time. Or the most non-Irish post of all time. Does anybody else hate radio, pop music, and radio in general? What the fuck does that have to do with Ireland?
Wow.
Does anybody else hate radio, pop music, and radio in general? I hate it. I hate it.
Seamus is going to get you.
Ask men over 30. Did you ever grow out of social anxiety, bad conversation skills? Every fucking Irishman ever has been perfectly fine at conversation skills if you just get about 4 Guinness in them.
There you go.
That's all you need, bro. Uh-huh. That's also probably not helping your sleep apnea.
Yeah. That'll do it.
I magically pound 4 Guinness, and the next thing you know, I magically have sleep apnea. Like, yeah, that's that I can believe that one.
And I impregnated a goat.
That one, I don't want to get the Irish Republican Army on my ass. Is that still a thing? Is the IRA still out there?
I don't know. I think they ceased fire. The whole Sinn Féin thing kind of fizzled.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's just the whole...
Did you read a meme about it? Yeah, I don't know, like, the exopolitics of Ireland, and
I don't know.
I guess they hate the British people. Is that the deal? They hate the Queen?
Yeah, Catholics, Queens, they all suck.
They're not Catholic? I thought they were Catholics.
There's the Protestants, and like the northern part is Catholic.
They hate like the Church of England or whatever, right?
Yeah, and the Queen is the head of the Church of England.
Okay, and so then they were bombing some shit back in the 90s or something?
Yeah, cars with, royalty in it and that stuff.
Okay. Like British royalty?
It was the 80s. Well, they tried.
Okay.
They wanted to.
And so, like, how do they stand now? They're a different country, right?
I don't know. We're in America. We're very self-centered.
I don't know what Wales is. I don't know where that is.
Oh, yeah?
Is that different than Scotland? I don't know any of this shit.
Yeah, Wales is west of London and south of Scotland.
But these are different countries.
It's part of the United Kingdom, and so I do believe they are their own country, but still part of the UK.
Fucking confusing, man.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's like what British people talk about, and they talk about like fucking North Dakota versus South Dakota.
Yeah.
What are these fucking Yanks doing?
They tell people,
what are these fucking Yanks doing?
They'll tell them, draw the states, and they'll get like Florida, they'll get Texas, they'll get California, and then everything else is a bunch of squiggly lines going, I don't know. So, no, but
to be fair, I don't either, really, to be honest with you.
You got Scotland, Wales, England, Northern Ireland, and Ireland.
There's Northern Ireland? That's different than Ireland?
Well, the one's the Protestant, one's the Catholic. Like Belfast and Dublin are the two main cities of the two.
If Clint were on, he'd be
he tells the flags
fucking rock hard with talking about their flags and just a pounding erection. Just if I could just please talk about the vexillology of this. Yeah. I can demystify all of this for you.
Yeah.
It's just
thank God he's not on.
Fucking Europe, man. I just don't get it, you know. And I know that that's like stupid American shit, but like, I don't like when there was Brexit and shit. I'm like, what? Yeah. Where are they going? Are they like moving the island? What? I don't like. No, they're just not going to be in the EU. Well, I thought they were their own fucking country anyway. Like, I don't. Yeah. I just don't understand all that exopolitics of all those European countries.
I don't either, and it keeps getting all mixed up.
And you are like the most European American I know. And if you don't get it, that means nobody gets it.
Yeah, no one should.
If it affected Manchester music, you would like
all over
that shit. All over it. You would know all of that shit. Hey, if you know anything about the politics and sovereignty of the United Kingdom and its conglomerates, let us know. If you have anybody who knows anything about that, tell them about the show. That's how we grow the show. One new geographer at a time. Hit us up with a rating. What's your favorite number, Lance?
Big fan of 5.
I think there's 5 countries in the UK, right?
Sure.
Is that right? Wales, Scotland, England, Northern Ireland,
and Ireland.
Southern Ireland, Western Ireland, Southeastern Ireland,
South Central.
Where does the Guinness come from? It just comes from Ireland, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So what are these Northerners fucking on about? They got to get their fucking Guinness anyway. So what are they like? Why are they trying to be all?
Well, they trade their Belvani for their Guinness.
No, everybody just wants the Guinness, right?
Pretty much.
All right. That's what I thought. If I know anything.
Yeah, if you did, what would that be like?
Hit us up with a review. iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify. If you're flicking through Podbean, flick 5 stars. Hit us up on the web, workinginferences.com. Hit us up on all of the social bullshits. Facebook, Working Interferences, Josh and Lance. Funny shit for dentists and dental team members. Secret group, if you want in, ask Lance or I. Twitter, @WinterFrancis. Instagram, @WinterFrancis. Lance can be found on Instagram, @DrTimmermanDMD. I can be found on Instagram, @JoshWastonDDS. Mash that follow button. Lance, tell me about your song.
So, again, I was waxing nostalgic again, and but I always am a fan of covers. So, way back in 85, there was a song that you may have heard of called She Sells Sanctuary. Familiar with that one?
I am not.
Oh, by the group The Cult. And that right there spoke to me. But it's a great song, and there's a bunch of remixes really cool too. But I chose Keen covering She Sells Sanctuary. You've probably heard it and just didn't know what it was.
Okay.
Because it's been dropped in movies. Like, it was on singles, but not part of the singles soundtrack. And stuff like that.
The original song, though, right?
The original, yeah.
Okay.
From The Cult.
Singles was what, like 92?
92, yeah. And this song came out in 85. But Ian Astbury was lead singer. It was a pretty big song.
Let me see if it says... It doesn't say like if it was in any movies on Wikipedia. It reached number 36 in the United States in 1986. But that's about all it really has.
Yeah, I thought it made appearances in movies, but didn't necessarily get.
I'm sure it has. It just doesn't. There's no like section for that on here. Just kind of surprising. You'd think that would be here.
Yeah, it was pretty well known song back in the day, but Keane covered that, and I thought that's a cool cover.
Keane is from
Battle, England,
which is
it's where the
it says we're obviously experts on.
Battle was the renaming of Hastings, where the Battle of Hastings was in 1066 when William the Conqueror took over. No, not ring a bell.
No, I know all that, but where in the fucking island is it? Is it by London?
It's it's south of London, towards the shore.
Okay, so it's not really by London. It's just south of London.
No, yeah.
Okay, I think I told you that before. That I've just all those soccer teams. like Leicester and Liverpool, and I just thought those were all like fucking neighborhoods in London.
They kind of are. I mean, you look at Tottenham and Chelsea and Arsenal; they're all fucking in London, but different neighborhoods. So,
but not like Liverpool's not a neighborhood in London.
It is not. It's towards Ireland, in fact.
I'm looking at a picture of the people in Keene, and one of them is wearing a Nebraska Cornhuskers football T-shirt.
Is he really?
It's just like weird. And there's multiple pictures of him wearing that shirt, but like I can tell it's different events.
Oh, yeah?
Because of the other bandmates are wearing different stuff, but he is wearing a red Nebraska Cornhuskers
I see
football shirt. Where did he get that? Why is he super into the Cornhuskers? Like what? Like not only to wear it once, but to like wear it twice at two different events. Interesting choice.
Yeah, that is funny.
Of all the teams in the world, it's the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Yeah.
Keen, big Cornhusker fans.
Makes sense.
They like Tommy Frazier and Scott Frost. Trying to think of who else. Ndamukong Suh. Big Ndamukong Suh fan.
Oh, is he a Cornhusker?
Oh, yeah. He almost fucked up Texas a couple times in the Big 12 championship. Yeah.
I'll be damned.
Yep. Well, that's going to do it. Enjoy, I don't know, what was this?
She Sells Sanctuary.
She Sells Seashells by the Seashore.
Down by the seashore.
By Keane, who's straight from the UK, which we know all sorts of stuff about. For Lance Timmerman, I'm Josh Watson. Peace. Stay fresh, cheese bags.